from August after U.S. production data showed a decline in domestic output, and OPEC said it wants to begin talks with other oil-producing nations, including Russia, talking about how to boost prices and perhaps curb production. And nearly 5 months after a massive recall and production shutdown due to a listeria outbreak, Bluebell Ice Cream has resumed deliveries to select stores in Texas and Alabama. Tom Busby, CNBC.
Hey, Bob, how's business? Is the new website helping?
Not good. I can't figure out how to get the website finished. How did you do it?
Easy. I called Web.com. They built my website for free. Then they promoted it on all the search engines.
Like Google, Yahoo, and Bing?
Exactly. And Web.com has helped grow my business so much, I had to bring on new staff.
Hey, if Web.com did it for you, they're perfect for me.
Call now, 1-800-535-8815. That's 1-800-535-8815. Again, 1-800-535-8815.
Have you had trouble with online dating? This is eHarmony founder Dr. Neil Clark Warren. We've created a new solution, EH Plus. EH Plus combines the personal attention of a matchmaker with eHarmony's extensive pool of great singles. EH Plus gives you hand-selected matches and freedom from being online. Get started today. Call 855-930-LOVE. That's 855-930-LOVE.
Consider this your invitation to sell. At buysellmakeoffer.com, you can sell as much as you want for the next 60 days without paying any fees whatsoever. Sounds incredible? It is, and it's true. Buysellmakeoffer.com is the new exciting way to sell your stuff online. Make extra money right now. Sell your old car, furniture, video games, household items, clothes, even your home. Sell anything that's legal. Load up your stuff to sell right now at buysellmakeoffer.com. This is your official invitation to get on board to sell your stuff right now. Free for the next 60 days. And once you see how easy it is, you'll want to sign up for more because there are no item fees. That's right. Take this opportunity to move items from the other guys and sell it for free. You might even win a Samsung tablet, Amazon gift cards, and other cool prizes. BuySellMakeOffer.com is the future of online selling. You can use Skype to talk to your buyer or seller. Plus, you can use video to showcase your items. BuySellMakeOffer.com.
Well, good afternoon. 3:03 is the time. I'm Di Rice with the only live local news here in the Inland Empire on KCAA 1050 AM. A Riverside man, Richard Sears, has been the focus of a Riverside County Sheriff's Department investigation since earlier this month when deputies received information about multiple sex crimes that were alleged to have occurred between 1999 and 2004 near Paris, as well as separate incidents in San Diego County. As a result of the investigation, a warrant was issued for Sears' arrest on suspicion of numerous counts of felony sex crimes involving children. His bail has been set at $5 million. And detectives have conducted an autopsy and have determined that a man committed suicide in Legacy Park in Rancho Cucamonga last week. The body was found last Wednesday and has been identified as 47-year-old Alexander Cabrera. Deputies are still attempting to determine why the man took his life. In San Bernardino, deputies are searching for 4 suspects in a carjacking and robbery outside the El Patron bar at 2582 Baseline after midnight Friday. The suspects are only described as 3 Hispanic males and 1 white male. The suspects robbed the victim of his personal belongings and stole his car. All 4 suspects fled the scene in the victim's stolen vehicle. A short time later, the vehicle was found damaged and abandoned in San Bernardino. Anyone with information regarding this investigation is encouraged to contact the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department anonymously at 1-800-78-CRIME, or you can leave any information on the WeTip hotline at www.wetip.com. Inland Empire weather, sunny and not too bad out there. Highs today 89, and we're getting a little cooler as the week goes on. 86 tomorrow, 84 by Wednesday. Currently, we are at 90 degrees here in San Bernardino. Checking out your drive, you got some stop and go traffic on the 90 or on the 15 southbound between Oak Hill Road and the 138. And other than that, you're looking pretty good. That is the latest with news, weather, and traffic on the station that leaves no listener behind, KCAA 1050 AM.
Hi, I'm John Elway. Did you know that John Elway's Crown Toyota is the largest volume Toyota dealer in the Inland Empire? Here to give you the details is the General Sales Manager, Kara Brindley.
Well, at John Elway's Crown Toyota, we listen to you. And ever since we've changed to our new process, we post our one price, which is our best price, up front on every single vehicle. Now, customers are telling me they look forward to buying their next car from us.
So come visit John Elway's Crown Toyota today in the Giant Ontario Auto Center where the 10 and 15 meet.
One price, simple, no games.
If you like jazz, you'll enjoy getting together with me, Tommy Hawkins, a jazz hawk. Tune into my show, Just Jazz, Saturday nights, 10 to midnight on Kcaa 1050 AM.
Welcome to Foster to Foster, and now here's your host, Dr. Anissa McNeil.
Welcome to Foster to Foster. This is Dr. Anissa McNeil. Today we're going to discuss a very important topic to young people that are in foster care. Today we're going to answer a question that I was asked by a foster youth. A foster youth asked me, Dr. McNeil, do we have to move from group home to group home or placement to placement in a trash bag? And so today I wanted to ask our general community, do you know that when a social worker goes to pick up a foster youth from a home and they are going to move to another home, that foster youth is transported, all of their possessions are transported in a trash bag? Yeah, you heard me, trash bag. So today we want to talk about what is the dynamic of that? Exactly who are we talking about, Dr. McNeil? How many children move from home to home, place to place in a trash bag? Let's start with going over a little bit of what we know to be true about foster care in Los Angeles. According to kidsdata.org in 2014, LA County has 20,651 children in foster care. San Bernardino County has 4,869. Riverside County has 4,721 children. Orange County has 2,389. There are a total of 62,097 children in foster care in California. So how many of those children exit foster care in 4 years? Meaning how many children who enter foster care actually leave foster care in 4 years? In LA County, 1,817 of the 20,000 leave in 4 years. In San Bernardino County, 399 of 4,869 leave foster care in 4 years. In Riverside County, 179 of 4,721 children leave. In Orange County, 193 kids of 2,389 leave foster care. So how many children within our general community leave foster care after 4 years? 2,588 of the total of about 30,000 children that exist in foster care. So Dr. McNeil, are you really saying, am I really saying that children, a large number of children remain in foster care in our community? Absolutely. We also have statistics on how many children remain in placement or move to more than 3 placements while in foster care. In LA County, 2,767 children will move to 3 or more placements in a trash bag. In San Bernardino, 550 children will move to 3 or more placements in a trash bag. On Riverside, 533 children will move to 3 or more placements in a trash bag. In Orange County, 289 children will move 3 or more times. And I have to say that I've had a conversation with a social worker in Orange County, And Orange County has decided to provide bags to their social workers so that those foster youth in Orange County do not move from placement to placement in a trash bag. So I'm pleased to say that those 289 foster youth in Orange County will not move in a trash bag. How many children overall move in our local community via a trash bag? 3,900 children move from placement to placement in a trash bag. Can you imagine having your life interrupted? Could you imagine living at home and being told that you are going to move to a new home and that you have a few minutes to collect your items and put those items in a trash bag? Here is the story of one young man. He said, imagine being 6 years old and being told that you have to leave your home immediately. Your clothes are thrown in a trash bag. So are your toys and your teddy bear too. This is Sexto when he was a child. He experienced this painful reality from the time he was a baby. Sexto was shipped from foster home to foster home throughout his childhood. And each time, Sexto belongings were thrown into a trash bag for the move. In his own words, he said, it's hard enough to lose a parent, friends, or a home. Sexto says, but when your belongings were thrown into a trash bag, I lost my dignity. No child or young person deserves to feel this way. Those stories and the question that a young foster youth asked me is the reason why we're doing this show today. So, what's the solution? The solution is, a simple solution is to provide a duffel bag or a suitcase to those foster youth that are in placement and that are going to move from placement to placement. What is the cost of a duffel bag? A duffel bag costs anywhere from $9.97 to $16.99. Do we have the means or the capability in our local community to resolve this issue of young people traveling from or moving from group home to group home or placement to placement in a trash bag? Absolutely. How many of us could donate $9 or provide a donation to a local organization so that those young people do not move from group home to group home in a trash bag? How would you feel? What would be your response if you were given a few moments to pack up your belongings and move to another group home using a trash bag? What would you think that the adults in your community think about you? Or how do they feel about me that I'm good enough or it is good enough for me to travel in a trash bag? I want all of the foster youth that can hear the sound of my voice or are listening to this radio station, I want you to know that myself and many other people, we know that you are worth more than that. And we know that as a community, we are better than that we can do better than that. You are valuable. You are important. And so today we're going to discuss why is it that our foster youth are moving from home to home, placement to placement in a trash bag? Why is it in our local community in LA, San Bernardino, and Riverside do 3,900 children move to 3 or more placements in a trash bag? How is it that 2,000 and approximately 400 children exit foster care every year, and the remaining 57,000 children remain in foster care and experience this experience? I'm Dr. Anissa McNeil. You're listening to Foster to Foster Radio on Kcaa 1050. We'll be right back.
Education Works Consulting Firm, Inc. Foster Youth Education Services. Listen, educate, protect. In 2014, the California Department of Education reported that there are approximately 60,000 foster youth in California. Only 50% will receive a high school diploma, of which 10% will go on to college. However, an alarming 3% of foster youth will complete college. Our team of educational consultants provide education rights holders, parents, guardians, and organizations for foster youth, including education assessment, closing the gap services, collaboration and connection services, academic enhancements, workshops, and trainings. We have partnered with local foundations and legal organizations to provide these services. Our goal is to work together to improve the education outcomes for youth in foster care.
Education Works Consulting Firm provides foster youth education services. We work to make sure that every foster youth has a chance by providing a way through education. Please visit us at edworks4u.org or call our offices at 213-634-0044. Education works for all of us.
The court-appointed Special Advocates for Children is having their 8th annual Munchin at the Mansion, September 30th. Come out and enjoy live entertainment, raffles, and more. Kcaa will be holding the event at Edwards Mansion, located at 2064 Orange Tree Lane in Redlands, California. Doors open at 5:30. Tickets are $50 for individuals, $90 for couples, and $350 for a table of 8. Proceeds from this year's event will help support foster youth and the youth on probation throughout our community by providing mentorship, supportive relationships, and the chance to build positive memories throughout the appointment of Kcaa volunteers. Be sure to come out to eat, drink, and enjoy giving. For more information, log on to kcaaofsb.org or call 909-881-6760. Again, 909-881-6760.
We're back to Foster with your host, Dr. Anissa McNeil. Welcome back to Foster. We have a caller on the line. Caller? Yes, caller, you're on the air. Oh, I'm sorry. We lost our caller. I'm so sorry. If you were calling in, we're going to call you right back. Now we want to talk about the impact of moving in a trash bag. What does that feel like for foster youth? The impact, you can hear from the story of Sexto and from the stories of other individuals that the impact of moving via trash bag is significant to your self-esteem. As a very young child, I had this exact experience. While placed in a group home facility, I was asked to pack all of my things in a bag and then move on to another place. And fortunately for me, that place was to my grandmother's house. But I can just remember having to, as fast as I could, move everything into a bag and corral all of that stuff together and meet my social worker and then go on to another placement. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know where I was going to be placed. I just knew that I had my stuff in a bag and that she was taking me somewhere. That is such a devastating feeling of bewilderment and also a feeling of devaluing that you are moving somewhere in a trash bag. And as an adult today, I just could not imagine saying to my 2 sons that you're going to go to live somewhere and packing their things in a trash bag. We have our caller online again. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Hi, caller. This is Dr. McNeil.
Hi, Dr. McNeil.
Hi. Today we are talking about foster youth that move from placement to placement by a trash bag. And we're talking about the impact to that youth. What are your thoughts on that, caller?
I think that if I were a person who had to be moved via a trash bag, that it would be very discouraging. I would feel as if I'm being tossed out. I think we have to think of these children as having very little belongings. And this is if we're saying that their belongings mean nothing. Those small meager things they have when they go from house to house, as if it means nothing. It's insignificant. But for them, it means a lot. They should be able to carry it with pride and with some dignity to wherever they're going to be. I mean, trash bags are for us to take out the trash, things that we don't want, things that we are discarded. Sending a message to children saying from one home to another is saying that we don't want you here anymore, you're moving to someone else. That may not be what it means, but for a child, that could be exactly how a child feels inside. So it's important that people understand that these kids have feelings and emotions. They're not just a number on a paper that's assigned to them. That as people, they need to have dignity. My roommate has a dog, and her dog, from staying with someone else, had an actual physical bag that she packed. It is not a trash bag. It is not a grocery bag. It is an actual bag that she took to a store and she bought it for her dog. If a woman can buy something for their dogs to carry their dogs around and their people around, why can't we not support children who need something to carry their small belongings to? Something that says you are significant. Your life is significant. The things you have collected is significant. And we know this. We want you to understand that. And that is how I feel about it.
Thank you, caller. Your sentiments are expressed and really felt throughout the community. Thank you so much. And I agree with you that the image of moving in a trash bag is somewhat a loss of dignity. And when you are a child, you have no other recourse but to look to the adults in your environment to say, what am I worth? What is my value to this community, to this society? What does it take for us to move each foster youth in a duffel bag? It will cost as little as $9.97 for us, roughly $10 to move a young person with dignity. Thank you so much for calling in, caller. So then that takes us, if it takes so
You're
little,
welcome.
$9.97, then who's responsible for paying that? Is it the community's responsibility to donate money so that each foster youth will have a duffel bag? Is it the responsibility of the social worker to provide a duffel bag or a suitcase when they pick up each child from a home? Does anyone know when a child will be removed from a home? According to the information that I have, the social worker and the adult, the group home administrator or the foster parent, they are aware of when a child will be removed from the home. So in traveling to pick up this child, who is responsible for paying for or for obtaining a duffel bag so that the child can move with dignity? We all know that foster parents are paid to provide care for foster youth. And so I took the time to look up what is the rate of pay for a group home and for foster families. And so I'm going to give you an example. According to California government, for 2015-2016, foster families who are under the non-treatment for ages 0 to 4, if a child is age 0 to 4, they will be paid $668 a month. If the child is 5 to 8, they will be paid $744 a month. If the child is 9 to 11, they will be paid $783 a month. If the child is ages 12 to 14, they will be paid $820 a month. If the child is 15 to 21, they will be paid $859 a month. That number increases significantly if the child is categorized as treatment, meaning that if they're ages 0 to 4, it goes from $668 to $1,789. If they're ages 5 to 8, that goes to $1,866. So you can see that foster families are paid money to care for our foster youth. When we return, we're going to talk about whose responsibility is it? Whose responsibility is it to pay for that? This is Dr. Anissa McNeil. You're listening to Foster to Foster radio show on KCAA 1050.
Education Works Consulting Firm, Inc. Foster Youth Education Services. Listen, educate, protect. In 2014, the California Department of Education reported that there are approximately 60,000 foster youth in California. Only 50% will receive a high school diploma, of which 10% will go on to college. However, an alarming 3% of foster youth will complete college. Our team of educational consultants provide education rights holders, parents, guardians, and organizations for foster youth, including education assessment, closing the gap services, collaboration and connection services, academic enhancements, workshops, and trainings. We have partnered with local foundations and legal organizations to provide these services. Our goal is to work together to improve the education outcomes for youth in foster care.
Education Works Consulting Firm provides foster youth education services. We work to make sure that every foster youth has a chance by providing a way through education. Please visit us at edworks4u.org or call our offices at 213-634-0044. Education works for all of us.
The court-appointed Special Advocates for Children is having their 8th annual Munchin at the Mansion, September 30th. Come out and enjoy live entertainment, raffles, and more. Kcaa will be holding the event at Edwards Mansion, located at 2064 Orange Tree Lane in Redlands, California. Doors open at 5:30. Tickets are $50 for individuals, $90 for couples, and $350 for a table of 8. Proceeds from this year's event will help support foster youth and the youth on probation throughout our community by providing mentorship, supportive relationships, and the chance to build positive memories throughout the appointment of Kcaa volunteers. Be sure to come out to eat, drink, and enjoy giving. For more information, log on to KcaaOFSB.org or call 909-881-6760. Again, 909-881-6760.
Let's head back to Foster with your host, Dr. Anissa McNeil. Hi, we're jumping right back into our conversation in regards to who should pay so that each foster youth can have a duffel bag to move from placement to placement or group home to group home. We were discussing what our foster families pay to care for foster youth. We reviewed what they are paid for non-treatment. If you are ages 0 to 4, a non-treatment is paid at $668. If that foster youth is categorized as treatment, they are paid $1,789. If the child is ages 5 to 8, they're paid $744 non-treatment, and treatment they're paid $1,866. If the child is ages 15 to 21, their non-treatment pay is $859. The treatment pay is $2,060 per month. And that's according to the California government payment schedule for 2015-2016. So we know that foster parents and group homes are being paid. So what are group homes being paid? Group homes are paid according to a rate schedule, and group homes are rated from levels 1 to 14. According to the California government, the rate for a level 1 group home is $2,391. The rate for a level 7 group home is $5,960. The rate for a level 14 group home is $10,130. So if we have individuals that receive pay for the care of foster youth, can we ask that they pay $9.97 for a duffel bag? Can we ask that of the social worker? What happened to Sexto in Connecticut is he asked that question. He was a young man in March of 2013 that said, who could pay for it? And no one stepped up to the plate, so Sexto, being a previous foster youth, started a petition. He amounted 10,000 signatures on his petition so that foster children in the state of Connecticut could have duffel bags provided to them when they move from placement to placement. Kudos to you, Sexto. Thank you for stepping up and closing the gap. There's some local agencies in our area that worked with Sexto and donated duffel bags to his petition in Connecticut in order to provide duffel bags to foster youth. One of those organizations is called Together We Rise, and they're located here in Southern California, and they provide duffel bags to foster youth. If you want to know more about their organization, go to www.togetherwerise.org, and you can find out how you can donate to have a duffel bag or to provide a duffel bag to a foster youth. And you can find out more about their organization, the number of duffel bags that they have provided to foster youth, and their targeted goal to provide bags to foster youth for this year. Another fabulous organization that helps us to answer the question, who will provide duffel bags to foster youth? They are called Bags for Kids. The executive director, I had the pleasure of speaking to Miss Luana Mosier. Miss Mosier started this organization, Bags for Kids, due to the fact that she was a foster parent, and she saw foster child after foster child come to her home more than 15 years ago in a trash bag. And she said, there's something more that I can do. I don't want to see another child come to my home in a trash bag, nor do I want to see another child leave my home in a trash bag. And so she started Bags for Kids. Please visit her website at www.bagsforkids.org and learn how you can donate so that they can provide bags for foster youth, and learn how many bags that they have given to foster youth here in our local community. Bags for Kids provides comfort bags to children who have been displaced due to neglect, abuse, and abandonment. They give bags to shelters, county offices, resource centers, family parent agencies, police stations, and schools. The bags go to families with limited resources, and the wonderful thing about Bags for Kids is that they stuff the bags with all types of goodies for young people. So not only are they getting a bag that they can keep for their lifetime, but they're also getting books and crayons and pens and pencils so that they will have some activities and resources to them. Again, the name of this wonderful organization is Bags for Kids, and you can contact them at www.bagsforkids.org. Another organization in our community that gives duffel bags to foster youth is Together We Rise, and they can be contacted at www.togetherwerise.org. If you are so inclined to give a donation or to provide a duffel bag to a foster youth, please feel free to contact those organizations. I will also list both organizations on my website, www.edworks4u.org. That's www.edworks4u.org. Together we can come together and we can help to provide duffel bags for our foster youth. In the spirit of Sexto, I hope that we don't have to provide a petition in order to get duffel bags for foster youth. There are enough of us in our community that we could easily reach out and make sure that each child in our community was able to move from placement to placement with dignity and honor. We can show that we care. This is Dr. Anissa McNeil, and you are listening to Foster to Foster radio show here on KCAA 1050 AM.
Education Works Consulting Firm, Inc. Foster Youth Education Services. Listen, educate, protect. In 2014, the California Department of Education reported that there are approximately 60,000 foster youth in California. Only 50% will receive a high school diploma, of which 10% will go on to college. However, an alarming 3% of foster youth will complete college. Our team of educational consultants provide education rights holders, parents, guardians, and organizations for foster youth, including education assessment, closing the gap services, collaboration and connection services, academic enhancements, workshops, and trainings. We have partnered with local foundations and legal organizations to provide these services. Our goal is to work together to improve the education outcomes for youth in foster care.
Education Works Consulting Firm provides foster youth education services. We work to make sure that every foster youth has a chance by providing a way through education. Please visit us at edworks4u.org or call our offices at 213-634-0044. Education works for all of us.
The court-appointed Special Advocates for Children is having their 8th annual Munchin at the Mansion September 30th. Come out and enjoy live entertainment, raffles, and more. Kcaa will be holding the event at Edwards Mansion, located at 2064 Orange Tree Lane in Redlands, California. Doors open at 5:30. Tickets are $50 for individuals, $90 for couples, and $350 for a table of 8. Proceeds from this year's event will help support foster youth and the youth on probation throughout our community by providing mentorship, supportive relationships, and the chance to build positive memories throughout the appointment of Kcaa volunteers. Be sure to come out to eat, drink, and enjoy giving. For more information, log on to kcaaofsb.org or call 909-881-6760. Again, 909-881-6760.
We're back to Foster with your host, Dr. Anissa McNeil. Hi, we're back together here. We're discussing providing duffel bags or a bag for foster youth as they move from placement to placement. I was asked the question, Dr. McNeil, why do I have to move from placement to placement in a trash bag? What do you think would be the impact on a young person if they had to move to and from your house in a trash bag? I gave you my experience. I also read the experience of a young person in Connecticut named Sexto as he talked about losing his dignity. Here's another account from a foster youth. One evening when I was 15 years old, I sat on the steps waiting for the summer sun to set and hear the door unlock, as it was only time I was allowed to enter the house. When I walked inside, I saw Gladys standing next to several trash bags holding my belongings. They didn't want me. As I looked at the trash bags, the feeling of worthlessness was confirmed. I knew my possessions and I were being thrown away like trash. I was moved several times growing up. Beyond the challenges of being shipped from home to home or being abused, of feeling unwanted and abandoned, I was further degraded when I had my things thrown in trash bags each time I made a painful move. It's hard enough to lose a parent, friends, or a home, but when my belongings were thrown into a trash bag, I lost my dignity. No child should have to feel that they're losing their dignity because their items are placed in a trash bag. Here in Southern California, we have children that remain in foster care for 4 years and receive more than 3 or more placement. We do have the capability of helping more than 3,900 children here in Southern California not feel a sense of worthlessness or to feel as if they are losing their dignity. If you have any thoughts or comments on this topic, please feel free to call in here to KCAA. I'd like to hear from you. Please call us at 909-888-5252 locally, or feel free to call our toll-free number, which is 888-909-3282. 1050. Again, I'd like to hear your thoughts on children in foster care who move from placement to placement in a trash bag. So we've discussed items that have been brought to a petition in the state of Connecticut. I've provided a couple of resources to donate. I cannot begin to tally the emotional impact of having all of your items put in a trash can, a trash bag, that's used for us to discard things, that's allowed for you to move from placement to placement in the clear and present sight of adults. Do you think that as a community we could do better? Do you think that as a community we can all band together to make sure that as few individuals as possible, as few children as possible experience that experience? I know for me, it was not a pleasant experience at all. I know for my brother, when we speak of those times together, it was one of the most painful experiences that we speak of together. There is nothing worse than losing your parent as a young person. So as you begin to mentally and emotionally try to put your head around that tragedy, you're trying to focus and deal with the fact that all of your things are in a trash bag. That's a lot. That's pretty heavy. And so I wanted to bring this topic to our forefront, to our knowledge. As we all know, foster youth are probably one of the most, I don't want to say forgotten, but they are one of the most marginalized populations in our society, meaning that so many people think that someone else is going to take care of that, or, oh, they're in placement, they're taken care of. We just reviewed how much a placement makes in order to take care of a foster youth. We talked a little bit about who should pay. Is there anyone to pay, or is this simply a matter of making a donation? I know for me, I have decided to give a significant portion of my life to volunteering and helping foster youth. But should we talk a little bit more about, should this be paid for by foster parents? Should it be paid for by group homes? Should each group home have enough duffel bags on site that should a foster youth leave their group home, they are prepared to leave in dignity? Should we require that group homes and foster parents keep duffel bags on site so that if anyone, for whatever reason, has to leave their home, they leave with dignity? Should we require social workers to carry duffel bags in with them as they go from site to site to remove young people from homes? Should we require them to assist and help them pack their items so that they feel that they are supported and leaving with dignity and pride? Should it be mandated? Does it take for us to have to mandate an order or something like this for us to treat children with dignity, pride, and respect? Should we include this in the cost of foster care? Should this be a part of your standard provision as a foster parent or the administrator or owner of a group home? Should we include this as a part of your standard equipment if you are a social worker? Not only are you given a computer, but maybe you're given a couple of duffel bags. Should that be included as a part of your standard equipment in the job that you perform as a social worker? I don't have the answers. I've answered the tough questions in foster care by volunteering my time, providing donations to organizations, and to making sure that I show up whenever possible to support their life, their well-being, and their overall, their development. This is Dr. Anissa McNeil. You're listening to Foster to Foster Radio here on Kcaa 1050 AM. We'll be right back.
Education Works Consulting Firm, Inc. Foster Youth Education Services. Listen, educate, protect. In 2014, the California Department of Education reported that there are approximately 60,000 foster youth in California. Only 50% will receive a high school diploma, of which 10% will go on to college. However, an alarming 3% of foster youth will complete college. Our team of educational consultants provide education rights holders, parents, guardians, and organizations for foster youth, including education assessment, closing the gap services, collaboration and connection services, academic enhancements, workshops, and trainings. We have partnered with local foundations and legal organizations to provide these services. Our goal is to work together to improve the education outcomes for youth in foster care.
Education Works Consulting Firm provides foster youth education services. We work to make sure that every foster youth has a chance by providing a way through education. Please visit us at edworks4u.org or call our offices at 213-634-0044. Education works for all of us.
The court-appointed Special Advocates for Children is having their 8th annual Munchin at the Mansion, September 30th. Come out and enjoy live entertainment, raffles, and more. Kcaa will be holding the event at Edwards Mansion, located at 2064 Orange Tree Lane in Redlands, California. Doors open at 5:30. Tickets are $50 for individuals, $90 for couples, and $350 for a table of 8. Proceeds from this year's event will help support foster youth and the youth on probation throughout our community by providing mentorship, supportive relationships, and the chance to build positive memories throughout the appointment of Kcaa volunteers. Be sure to come out to eat, drink, and enjoy giving. For more information, log on to kcaaofsb.org or call 909-881-6760. Again, 909-881-6760.
Here's Foster to Foster with your host, Dr. Anissa McNeil. Hi, we're discussing providing duffel bags to foster youth as they are in foster care and move from place to place. We've talked about the impact on foster youth of moving in a trash bag. We've also discussed, should this be the responsibility of the adults that are around them? Should this be the responsibility of the group home owner or administrator? Should they have duffel bags on site if you're going to move? Should your foster mom, your foster parent, your foster family, should they have duffel bags or a suitcase on site if they know that you're going to move? Should they be required to keep those items on the premises for any unexpected event that should cause a foster youth to move? Should it be a part of their contract or constituency to, their contract or their obligation as a foster parent or a group home? Or should this be the responsibility of social workers who are for the most part overworked and underpaid? Should they also be responsible for carrying around duffel bags and providing a duffel bag to foster youth who are moving? The one thing I know to be true is to walk around on earth with dignity, pride, and respect is something that all of us want, and we want to afford that to children. And foster youth are no different. We want to afford that to foster youth. So my show today is to really heighten your awareness of this tragedy that foster youth travel from placement to placement in a trash bag, to ask the hard questions. Is this the responsibility of the social worker? Is it the responsibility of the group home? Is it the responsibility of the foster parent? Or is this the responsibility of the community? Does the community need to get involved, donate to organizations, and ensure that foster youth can receive a duffel bag? I've provided a couple of organizations that do a very good job of providing duffel bags to foster youth. If you are interested in donating a duffel bag to a foster youth here in our local community, please contact Together We Rise and Bags for Kids. They provide duffel bags to foster youth who are in placement. So what's the average cost of a duffel bag if you're thinking of donating? The average cost of a duffel bag is roughly $10. If you're thinking of, wow, I'll just get some duffel bags and donate them to my local police department or donate them to my local church so that anyone there will have a duffel bag to ensure that the foster youth in my community can move with pride and dignity. All efforts, we are one community, and all efforts help foster youth be able to live and to thrive and grow and develop with pride and dignity. I feel like Sexto when he stated that we can do better. We can do better as a community. He thought that we could do better so much that he would go around and get enough signatures so that we could make an effort to change this for foster youth. I know that we can do better. So what number of children are affected in our community? How many children will go through 3 or more placements? In our community, there are about 3,900 foster youth that will move at least 3 times in our community. Can we band together and provide duffel bags so that these 3,900 children will not have the experience of moving from placement to placement in a trash bag? Maybe a question that we should ask is, how did Orange County, what did Orange County, who has 2,389 foster youth, how did they work it out that they provide duffel bags and other types of bags to foster youth so that they don't move from placement to placement, site to site in a trash bag? If you're in Orange County and you know the answer to this, or you have a comment and you would like to call in, please call us. Our local number is 909-888-5222, and our toll-free number is 888-909-1050. I'd love to hear your comments. I'd like to know how Orange County solved this problem. If Orange County can do it, I do believe that Riverside County, who has 4,721 foster youth, San Bernardino County, who has 4,869 foster youth, and LA County, that has 20,651 foster youth. Can we have like-minded individuals come together and figure out this activity in our community that is an activity that actively sends a symbol of worthlessness, that sends a symbol that says, you're not worth it to us. We're going to move you to another site in a trash bag. What self-image does a foster youth walk away with after that event? How much do they feel that the community that they live in is really concerned about their development and well-being? I know that together we can come together and we can come up with a solution to this. I'm so pleased to be able to ask the question, the hard questions. Whose responsibility is it? I'm so pleased to be able to ask the question of, did you know that they move in a trash bag? For those of you that are unaware, decide what is it that you will do today? How will you get involved today to help a young person have the opportunity to move with pride and dignity? They are already going through a very tough situation of not being with their mom or dad or family. How can we make this road a little easier, a little less bumpy? How can we show little acts of kindness that says to a foster youth that you are worth it? You mean something to me. You are worth $10 that it costs for a duffel bag. It seems so simple. I know you're going, Dr. McNeil, is just not that simple. It really is just that simple. If you feel like donating, contact bagsforkids.org. If you want to donate, contact togetherwerise.org. I will also list those organizations on my website, www.edworksforyou.org. One thing that I'm assured of is that if we band together and we put our heads around what can we do to resolve this problem, those 2,588 foster youth that exit foster care, not only will they not have this experience after 4 years, but we can help those foster youth, those 3,900 foster youth that go to 3 or more placements every year. We can help them not have this tragic experience in their experience of being in foster care. We can help them have a better experience. I'll share a little bit of my personal experience. When I got to my grandmother's house and I had my trash bag in hand, I threw my trash bag in the trash. I decided at a very young age that whatever was in that bag was not worth it to me. And I had no connection to it. And I thought to myself, when my grandmother asked me, what is in that bag? I said, everything from the group home, and I don't want it. So I know for me, it was a very difficult experience to have. So much so that I didn't want anything to do with the bag once I got to my grandmother's house. I decided, hey, Grandma, I'm going to start from scratch. And that was okay with my family. I know for my brother, he decided to keep only the item that was given to him by our mother. That's the only item he kept in the bag. I share those very personal stories with you, that very personal experience with you, so that you'll get to see what is the impact on foster youth when they move in a bag. What is the impact? What does it say when all of the adults around you can watch you move in a trash bag? Again, if you want to donate, if your heart is so moved, if you are so moved to donate a duffel bag to foster youth, I encourage you to contact bagsforkids.org or togetherwerise.org, or please contact my office at www.edworksforyou.org, and we will refer you to an organization that provides duffel bags to foster youth. We can provide a place for them to grow and thrive with dignity and honor. So we ask the hard questions. Who's responsible to pay? Who is ultimately responsible for the lives of foster youth? If they are not with their mother and father, is it the responsibility of the group home? Is it the responsibility of the foster parent? Is it the responsibility of the social worker? Is it your responsibility? Is it my responsibility? Is it our community's responsibility? I'd like to end with a story by another foster youth. And this is a foster youth that I had the privilege of giving a scholarship to. I asked my scholarship recipient, Kelly, I said, Kelly, you've spent over 10 years in foster care. Were you ever provided a suitcase or a duffel bag while you were in foster care? She said, Dr. McNeil, I've never received a suitcase or a duffel bag. Each and every time I've moved from a group home or to another foster parent, I moved in a trash bag. And I asked her, I said, Kelly, how did you feel about that? She said, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. And as I was taking her to Humboldt State University, she ran up to me and she said, Dr. McNeil, for the very first time I was offered a suitcase. I was offered a suitcase as I go off to college. I know that we can do this. We can solve it. See you next week. My name is Dr. Anissa McNeil, and you're listening to Foster to Foster Radio on Kcaa 1050 AM.
This is Kcaa Loma Linda, the station that leaves no listener behind. CNBC News is next, a courtesy of buysellmakeoffer.com, where you can post a video about items you have for sale. Sign up now. It's free.
Weekend comments from Federal Reserve Vice Chair Stanley Fischer expressing confidence that inflation will rebound.